Hey, hi everybody, and welcome back to the Daily Dreamer. I'm hesitating. I still keep thinking it's Daily Dream, but it's not. think I named it Daily Dreamer, but anyways, nonetheless, welcome and thank you for hanging out with me for a moment. I'm excited because, I had a dream last night. Of course I did. The first dream that I had, it woke me up at 313. Although my old eyes, I think, wanted to see 333, so I had to do a double take. Anyways, it was 313. Moving on, I fall back asleep. I wake up and it's 444. So I'm super excited because I don't know if you pay attention to numbers, but I kind of do. And 444 kind of is like a little reminder from the universe to say, hey, your spirit guides are hanging out with you currently. And that was kind of cool because I just got done having a dream. So, and I had this dream and it didn't even make sense, but I have the notes. Maybe I'll read them to you later. It was weird. Anyways, moving on. So I wake up and I'm real excited because I got to thinking, and maybe I can hear your opinion on this. So I think that just because people can be night dreamers with just as lucid with night dreams, that people like my husband can be just as lucid with daydreams. So the daydreams are just as visual and whatnot and free as as they would be for night dreams. So I wonder of you out there, how many of you would agree that daydreaming is just as equally as powerful as night dreaming? And if they are the same, I don't know. It could be a whole day's discussion, but apparently you only get 15 minutes on YouTube and then you have to appeal for more. So I don't know. And I only got like a couple subscribers, so we're gonna take that one slowly. So we can discuss that later on a different day. Moving on. With that said, night dreaming and daydreaming. Okay, I don't know how many of you out there meditate, but we meditate on a daily, my husband and I. And meditations, they are very interesting once you get to a certain point where it's easy to calm yourself. So when he meditates, things happen to him and he gets his information that he needs. When you meditate, if you meditate, which I highly encourage everybody to do, but when you do you receive messages? How do you receive your messages? That's a good question. Do tell. Put a comment down below. I think that this is how this works. I don't know. Anyways, how do you receive your messages when and if you meditate? That's curious. So, in finding out that how I receive my messages are through dreams and stories and whatnot, I get them. I'm going to say when I meditate, I get these, I'm just going to call them downloads. That's just the easiest way that I can describe it, and that's how I'm going to deal with it. It's like a download. When I get these downloads, like you get your messages, you just know I'm in this state. And because I love to write for some reason, I I am always writing. And these writings that come through when I'm in this meditative state is interesting because I get all kinds of different types of information. I when I go back to read them, they're comical sometimes. So this reading came through, and it had to deal with negative psychic greetings, is what this download said. Okay, I'm just gonna read it because it's funny, and I wasn't going to read to you like the notes that I have in there, but think I have to because I think you have to understand where I'm at with the meditative state. Is the download. Okay, so this is what he says. All right. The negative psychic greetings can happen in the form of mental, emotional, and physical pain. If, like, say, for instance, you are like the subject that I am dealing with currently and have physical pain, hers happens to be in the lower regions in the belly issue, red and orange chakra issues, relationship battles. It's here negative greetings can come in, and their main purpose is not really to cause havoc, but rather to exploit your weakness. Kind of like a reminder to show you where you're off balance in your life. So for hers, it may be that the pain is exploiting her weakness in relationships. But the download continues. Say you're feeling out of sorts with your emotions lately, a bit more moody or angry or feeling detached emotionally from something. Then you may have been greeted by a negative entity that wants you to understand that you're out of balance with your heart chakra, your emotional chakra. This is a download from a gentleman, well, not gentleman, entity, whatever you want to call it, spirit guide, named Tay. He's really cool and he's got a sense of humor, but he's very serious. Anyways, he continues on with the negative. I can't talk today. I don't have my water, but I do have some juice. Anyways, out of emotions. Okay, so your emotions, you may have a negative entity with your emotions. And same for the mind, he says, and he continues on. He says, for the mental attack, if you find that you're plagued with torments, worries, doubts, fear, anxiety, then it's more than likely a negative entity greeting has taken place in your mind to show you that you need to take a moment, heal the mind and its thoughts away from the polarity of what you are currently processing. So sit. Not sit and, just sit. Quiet. Close your eyes. Anyways, he continues on. It's not that these negative psychic attacks, as you call them, are trying to hurt or manipulate you when they enter. It's just that, like everything that is and always will be, it will take an opportunity to advance itself while in the lower density. That is why third density are easy at manipulation. Once inside, they see an opportunity and try to run with it. Okay, so Tay continues on. But that is where you need to take charge. That is where you need to state that it would be against your free will for them to hop in and manipulate your chakras or physical, right? You don't want them to, but at the same token, Tay continues, then you also need to be in equal harmony with your own chakras. So, not to allow them to exploit your weakness. Practicing a daily small meditation, just daily, for your own mental health, if you will be of much reward in the long run. So this is the reading, that the download that comes to me that I just type out. So Tay continues on. Okay, so here's one of the notes. Okay, insert. I have to pop back in every once in a while because it's hard to stay focused, which is why he says I'm a stubborn vehicle, if you will. So I inserted here on a personal note. So I'm receiving this information and he won't quit playing with my hair. His hands are always got to be constantly doing something because he's in sixth density, as he tells me later, that they're not of the physical. So coming into the physical, he's a lot of energy. Anyways, insert personal note. Okay, he notes my personal, whatever, and then says continuing on. So these torments then between the heart, mind, physical then lead to all of this being out of balance leads to, guess what? Spiritual exhaustion. As he says, the spiritual ill entity will have moved into an isolation, and we know that fear feeds upon itself in untended isolation. So in regards to spiritual exhaustion, you know that it's happening to you when the small things in life take on a huge perception of becoming larger in nature. Patience, for example, or maybe something out of simple as losing your mind over the arrogant driver in front of you, or some lady that cut you off, or whatever, your sandwich wasn't made right. It's that attack where we react in the moment that you know that it's happening to you. Spiritual exhaustion. Fears now become amplified. Anger becomes more prevalent. All of this, he says, is a condition of vulnerability because wariness sensitizes perception, which then alters the information given to the physical mind and to the conscious within. All this from Tay. I gotta watch my time because, oh yeah, I only got 15 minutes, so we're gonna make this quick. Anyways, okay, small everyday tasks become major issues. It causes them to see things jaded, and the sense of self as is now disturbed. Okay, your level of self-comfort drops, and therefore we are now exposed and we are vulnerable. So understanding the aspects of negative feelings or vibes can also be a negative greeting in the form of self-serving entities. But how you deal with it is of utmost importance. So we are at 11 minutes, 11:11 actually. So I'm going to stop it here because the next video I do, I will tell you, Tay came and said that he's got some remedies for this spiritual exhaustion. So you definitely want to come back for the next video because you got to know how to have the remedy if you got to fix the problem, right? Okay, so thank you for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Blessings.